If you're a history buff, get ready to witness the making of history. The pages of our past are filled with moments that have shaped the world we live in today, from the signing of the Declaration of Independence to the civil rights movements of the 1960s. History is a tapestry woven with the threads of countless social justice efforts. These movements have not only defined eras, but have also left an indelible mark on the collective consciousness of society. This is how social justice movements transformed America. They began as whispers of discontent, growing into roars of demand for change. From the suffragettes fighting for women's right to vote to the LGBTQ+ community advocating for equal rights, these movements have been the heartbeat of progress. They have challenged the status quo, pushing for a society where every individual is treated with dignity and respect. Once seen as catalysts for positive change, social justice movements have profoundly altered the American landscape. Cities became the epicenters of activism, with streets and squares turning into arenas of expression and resistance. The energy of these movements was palpable as people from all walks of life came together to stand up for what they believed in. The impact was undeniable as laws were changed and societal norms were challenged. Initially advocating for equality and fairness, these movements sparked widespread societal and political upheaval. The civil rights movement, for instance, was a watershed moment in American history. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks became symbols of the fight against racial injustice. Their courage and determination inspired millions, leading to significant legislative changes such as the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. Protests escalated, turning city streets into battlegrounds. The struggle for justice often met with resistance, leading to clashes between protesters and authorities. These confrontations were not just physical but ideological, as differing visions for the future of the nation collided. The images of these battles were broadcasted across the world, highlighting the deep divisions within American society. With each passing year, the chasm between differing ideologies widened. The advent of social media further amplified these divisions as people found themselves in echo chambers surrounded by like-minded individuals. Debates that once took place in town halls and public forums now unfolded on digital platforms, often with increased vitriol and polarization. The nation seemed to be splitting at the seams, with each side entrenched in its beliefs, pushing the nation into division. Political rallies became more polarized and community meetings grew tense. The sense of unity that once held the nation together was fraying, replaced by suspicion and hostility. The very fabric of American society was being tested as people grappled with the complexities of identity, justice, and equality. The imbalance in societal structures led to economic instability and an erosion of trust in institutions. As the divide grew, so did the economic disparities. Small businesses struggled and entire communities faced economic downturns. The trust in government and other institutions waned as people questioned their ability to address the pressing issues of the day. The promise of the American dream seemed increasingly out of reach for many. Policies aimed at rectifying historical injustices backfired, resulting in widespread discontent and confusion. Efforts to address past wrongs often led to unintended consequences, further fueling the sense of disillusionment. Bureaucratic red tape and conflicting policies left many feeling frustrated and unheard. The path to justice was fraught with challenges and the solutions seemed elusive. As tensions rose, key aspects of daily life were disrupted, from education to employment. Schools closed and job opportunities dwindled. The ripple effects of the societal upheaval were felt in every corner of daily life. Families struggled to make ends meet and the sense of normalcy was shattered. The future seemed uncertain and the weight of the present was heavy. The collapse wasn't sudden but a gradual erosion of unity. Over time, the divisions deepened and the sense of community faded. Neighborhoods that once thrived on mutual support and cooperation became fragmented. The decay of urban environments mirrored the decay of social cohesion. The journey from unity to division was a slow and painful process, marked by moments of hope and despair. The ripple effects of this division continue to redefine the American identity. As the nation grapples with its past and present, the question of identity becomes ever more pressing. What does it mean to be American in a time of such profound change? The answers are complex and multifaceted, reflecting the diverse experiences and perspectives of the people who call this nation home. In the end, the question remains, can the nation rise from the ashes of its own making? The challenges are immense, but so is the potential for renewal. The story of America is one of resilience and reinvention. Throughout history, the nation has faced and overcome numerous trials. The current moment is another chapter in this ongoing narrative, one that will be defined by the actions and choices of its people. Can the nation rise from the ashes of its own making? The imagery of a phoenix rising from the ashes is a powerful metaphor for rebirth and renewal. Communities are coming together to rebuild and reimagine a future that is more just and equitable. The efforts to heal and unite are ongoing, and the spirit of hope remains strong. The journey ahead is challenging, but the potential for transformation is real. The story is still unfolding, and history is watching. As we navigate these turbulent times, we are writing the next chapter of our collective history. The actions we take today will shape the future for generations to come. It is a moment of reflection and action, a time to learn from the past and strive for a better tomorrow. History is not just a record of what has been, but a guide for what can be. The eyes of the future are upon us, and the legacy we leave will be our testament.